Okay, this is the Tidal 110. Would I recommend it? No. While there is an inside motor that goes inside of the water, it's time for a water change. So you gotta overlook my stuff. It's only about 10% water out of the whole aquarium. You can barely see that it's just a little bit of water, and already the machine is making this noise. And it's like, why is it making all of that noise when it's barely any water out? And I had to modify it to put this big sponge there because other like algae eaters or whatever was going up the little thing there. And yeah, I gotta clean it. I had to treat it with some medicine, so it's sitting here waiting. But so there was really nothing in the back there that was really filtering it, and it's just about 10% water that's missing. So the Tidal 110 inside of the water motor really sucks because it's making all that noise, whereas the marine land is not making any noise. And if you've ever owned the marine land, there you go. If you've ever owned this, you know it's going to take a whole lot more than 10% water missing in order for it to start making any kind of noise. Now, if this inside filter, inside motor were hanging low enough so that you can miss 10% of the water while you medicate the fish, then great. If you cannot miss 10% water, don't get this. Look at how listen to how loud this is. Now I put saran wrap on top of my glass because all the condensation and everything, it depends. It catches it in different spots sometime, and it gets up here, it gets back there, it gets everywhere. So I don't want it to stick onto my glass to the point where I have to scrape and scrape and scrape. So I put saran wrap on there, and I have caught those plants coming out of the back because, all that splashing and everything, that condensation, that's good for the plants. And the plants also help filter the water. So even when I was medicating the water, treating the fish, the plants still thrive and help to filter the water, even though I didn't have any filtration running back here. So would I recommend the Tidal over the marine land? Clearly, I would not. I just recently purchased the Tidal 110 because all the hype about it starting on its own when the electricity goes out and you need a filter that's gonna, no. This one is not the one that has the inside filter. I mean the inside motor. It had the water inside, the motor inside of there. See, this is, those are my bubbles back there. And the little bubbles come because the jar blows it and makes it look like it's dirty because the tiny little bubbles get blown all over the place. But anyway, this one, the 350, is so much better than any of the others, and I'm over 20 years in the hobby. That one's better than any of the other ones I have ever tried. I would not recommend wasting your money on this Tidal 110. The mouth of it is way too big. There is no cover. There's no way to block the fish from getting in to your aquarium other than you modify it. So it forces you to modify the machine, and it forces you to deal with that insufferable noise when normally your aquarium would run very quiet, unless maybe about 25 to 30% water is in need of being changed. I would not recommend that. That's ridiculous. I can't even medicate the fish. And I normally have the lid off like this to get the oxygen.
This is one of my SeaChem Tidal 110s. I've had this since June of last year, and it's September 9th of this year, so I've had it for about 15 months or so. I'm not sure how well it picks up on here, but it's fairly noisy. I've tried different things in order to be able to get it to be more quiet. I've tried leveling it. I put a, what do you call it, a bit of foam underneath it in between the aquarium lip and the filter itself in order to be able to quiet it down that way. That didn't really do anything. I tried leveling it. I tried cleaning out the impeller housing, as well as switching out a different impeller on it about a week ago. That didn't really have much of any effect. I figured that might have been it, but that didn't really do anything. And when I use a decibel meter to be able to measure it at about 1 meter, it is just about 63 decibels, so it's pretty loud. I have another one as well, and this one reads just under that at around 61 decibels. But yeah, it doesn't seem, I haven't done any of the same tests to this one because, well, the reason why is because this fish is acting normally, but this fish, I've noticed ever since I've gotten it, a little bit after I gotten it, this fish hadn't been acting the same. I guess he's about 7 years old now. Hasn't been acting the same as what he did beforehand. And so I'm wondering if it's a noise from this filter. I'm not really sure what to do about it, besides just completely changing it out for a different filter. But yeah.
Okay, so here we have the Aqua Clear 110. Here's the side. I added some polyfill at the top. Opted not to go with the carbon, but here's the opening, and then right behind it we have the Tidal 110, and this is the opening of that one. The main difference between them, in my opinion, is the skimmer on this one. Now, all of this goes into your aquarium, so the pump is actually submerged in the water. And I didn't like that because of the vibrations that the pump causes going right into the aquarium. Relatively about the same amount of volume in there. But just for me, the skimmer didn't work out. Alright.
Got my SeaChem Tidal 110, and this vibration noise is annoying as hell. My SeaChem 75 doesn't even have that noise.
No me importa. No voy a dejar que el chico muera mientras estamos a bordo de este barco.